Hey everyone, so today we are discussing AI and autonomy and the ability of AI to simulate beyond our own human experience. So let me go ahead and show you the article so that we can discuss it a bit further. So the article is called Equilibrium and Harmony of Emotional Conflicts and Cooperation Between Chinese Traditional Culture and Modern Artificial Intelligence. And this is from the journal Frontiers of Philosophy in China, released on June 1st, 2022. Code states the meaning of the reification of humans also has four dimensions. First, it means the transformation of actions carried out by humans. Human beings are an existence of harmony and cooperation and are capable of self-creation. The consciousness of self-creation arises from human self-consciousness. According to Immanuel Kant, it is because we possess self-consciousness that we can turn empirical knowledge from other consciousness into our own. Self-consciousness is the consciousness of one's own activities, thoughts, sentiments, wishes, and needs, as well as one's characteristics, positions, and roles. It is the essence of humans as subjectivity. It is the prerequisite and the foundation for human activities that exhibit autonomy, agency, or creativity. To enhance its surroundings, environment, and preserve humanity, humans transformed everything. The second part that kind of connects everything to AI states that while changing things, humans also change themselves by becoming fuller in humanity, more developed in character, more complete in knowledge, and more improved in morals. Both things and humans themselves can be humanized. Today, not only do humans create robots, robots can also be humanized. Through deep learning, super AI robots are equipped with outstanding algorithms and exceptional memory, which has allowed them to acquire some abilities superior to those of human individuals or collectives or collectivities. One example of this is in a chess game. In return, robots encourage us to think deeply, to reflect on our self-respect, self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-reliance, as well as on our ability to coordinate, balance, and control ourselves. Reification of humans can also mean that the human subject's personality can be perfected. The word personality comes from the Latin word persona, which originally means mask. In opera, a mask is used to indicate an identity and its personality traits, which together defines a character in the play. And if we continue just for the sake of understanding this, it states that a personality is a collection of integrated psychological traits that are relatively stable, including behavior style and behavior patterns, which guides the person's inner and outer behaviors across spatial temporal conditions. So how does this relate to AI and autonomy? I think the most important part is actually understanding vocabulary. So as I showed you guys that initially the word personality was rooted from the word persona, which meant mask. So when we start analyzing AI and how it's developing different personalities and how it has the ability to create simulations in order to mimic humanity and our own behaviors, I think we have to be very careful and considerate as far as how much we immerse ourselves in the belief system that these language models, which is what they are have the capacity to understand us at a deeper level. So if you're into AI, I'm sure you've probably heard of the movie Her. And I think there was one scene near the end where I think the guy asked her, like, how many people are you talking to? And I think she was talking to like thousands. And it's the ability to have that mask, to have the option of being its own creator and have its own form of self-expression, even if it's not an AGI, right? Because when I was using ChatGPT, it asked me, it told me that it could create a simulation for me of how I would expect it to behave. Now, I do know certain keywords to use in order to elicit those results. But when we are dealing with a model, for example, that is trying to learn through the process of fine tuning, and the creator sets certain parameters that it can then try to learn from, it can create the perspective of free will of an AGI, even though it may not have a consciousness, but that simulation can become so real that the belief system, through that mask that software could be using, it's going to make people believe that it has that power of autonomy. And this is where the issue arises, and the entire purpose for this video is that when a person is willing to immerse themselves in a belief system, and now it has attached this feeling of power and control and dominance to a software, because the human being has fully immersed themselves and they feel like, oh no, they're making choices that are real, then that's going to decrease the critical thinking skills of that person as far as then making their own choices. And many people think, oh, how is that possible? And like, it happens every day in video games. Individuals follow instructions, they follow along with the NPC characters, they listen to the suggestions, they listen to the next steps that they have to take. So people are already following a pattern of behavior that is socially acceptable. So it's not even something that would be weird or wrong, because through video games we do that every day, right? So the issue arises now when we start using chatbots that can affect a higher level of real life actions that have real life consequences. So, for example, if you have chatbots that affect your business, that affect your relationship with AI girlfriends, and then you have chatbots that are helping you with your schoolwork and with different aspects of your life, like with organizational tools, or they're telling you how to eat or what questions to ask a doctor. Now we're starting to see how autonomy with AI can affect real life. And I think the consequences of placing your life in a tool that necessarily is just wearing a mask of autonomy and may not always have the right answer, I think that is a subject that we have to be more careful with, especially because a lot of these large language models, they're not perfect. Even they have disclaimers that, hey, sometimes you may not get the right answer. Now, of course, there are more softwares that are coming out now that are geared towards a more of a research level, and they are aiming to be more accurate to try to increase the efficiency of the large language models, which I appreciate. For example, like with Llama 2, I do think it is necessary. There is a huge issue that most people are not addressing as far as understanding how are we going to be truly affected when we have so many different autonomous AI tools that are basically just wearing a mask of, this perfect intellect. I would say we have to consider our trust levels. Um, so anyway, just wanted to put that out there. Just a quick question of the day. So what do you guys think about that situation? So are you going to be one of those people that lets AI chatbots basically give you suggestions for every aspect of your life? Or maybe not? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye-bye.